we'd like to apologize to the players and the coaches because I think it's been 3 years they've done remarkably well. I think President has gone into dressing room. Firstly, I'd just like to represent the whole club as the Chief Executive. We'd like to apologize to the players and the coaches because I think it's been 3 years they've done remarkably well. I think President has gone into dressing room. Because anyhow, even if you are late on 1 month, even legally it's okay. But I think we have always tried to do our best to try and get it on time. But in that, it's a real hard work. We've gone beyond our limits to do everything we can to try to get it. But I understand the players and the coaches when they are frustrated. I completely do. I used to be a player who, in dressing rooms, I wasn't paid, nobody turned up. But I've always turned up to them. It's a difficult thing. President has always turned up to them to apologize that we are doing our best, and maybe that's why the growing concerns is in the dressing room. The toughest thing is to deliver on dates, because at the moment, Malaysian football, I've said this before, as President was saying, we're talking to two potential parties, but I can tell you it's not the tycoons from the country. You don't hear Berjaya, Air Asia, they'll buy foreign clubs, but there's a reason why they're not coming to Malaysian football clubs. We don't see any of the tycoons, Syed Mokhtar. We don't see any one of them knocking on our doors despite us winning Malaysia Cup, number 2 in Asia. So there must be a reason why all these tycoons, the biggest one we're talking, Stable, are shying away from Malaysian football. There must be a reason, because we're trying to go to them, we've sent letters, I've spoken to CEOs of these tycoons, they rather buy a foreign club or don't invest in Malaysian football. They're not coming near us. So it's not easy, even though we are a successful club on paper. So what we do, we're going to do private loans, personal guarantees, and we're trying to pay. With the 4 months, I'd like to address, it's actually just one player where when he came, he was injured for 5 months. Usually club will terminate, usually. But after a discussion with our previous coach, Boyan, we kept him on board, and there's an arrangement, a private arrangement to respect the player, and we've paid him. And we say as long as he plays and he gets well, because some clubs will just terminate and then find a new player because we need players on the field. But first 4 or 5 months, the player wasn't here. He went back to his country for surgery. He comes back, we took care of him. So we have a private arrangement. That's why there is 1 or 2. But these usually don't come out because it's various kinds of arrangement that we have with players who are injured. Maybe they've not been here, family issues. We've taken care of coaches last year who wasn't here for 2-3 months. On family reasons, we pay their full salaries, and then when he comes back, he's here today. So there's a lot of things that we try to do despite our financial limitations. So we do it in our best, utmost possible way that we can. But I still understand when it comes to the footballing side, again, I will try to repeat this, I've been a player before. I understand the heartbeat of the dressing room, and I understand their concerns. And I've apologized to them on behalf of the club, and the club has apologized. The most important thing is what they get from me. I think you can ask most of the dressing room. I represent all of this. Cik Lokman, President YB Khalid Samad, is that we've tried our best to bring this club. The club wasn't anywhere near these standards. 80% of the players in 2021, who they are then and who they are now, they are big names. Of course, there's offers, there's challenges for a small club to keep them. There's frustrations because our budgets are small. So all these frustration with a biggest looming question. Malaysian League starts next year, April. There's no football for about 4 months. So of course, players and coaches are concerned about this. So with all of that looming, with the salaries being late, so of course they're starting to panic and nervous. And hence why I understand their concerns. But what you get from us here is we're doing our utmost best, and we're also looking at the future to strengthen this club. Hopefully we'll get someone really solid. But at this point, I think what we've done, we've paid August. We have some arrangements with certain players. They are okay with it. And we will cross the line. KL has always crossed the line. This is out here in the open because it's been written, it's been said. But for the last 3 years, if you ask Encik Oman and YB, we've been here before. Nothing new, like President said. It's never been that bad. But we are absolutely sorry to the players and coaches that we are late. That's all I want to say. But what you're getting from us is we're trying to make KL a stable club. 3 years is a short time, my president told me, in a life. If you start business 3 years, you're investing. Maybe in your 5th year, maybe in your 6th year, if you're running a shop, first few years, you got to come up with the money. You got to keep that belief. No difference. It's like a startup. But we got to keep the consistency of the results on the field. I understand the players and the coaches. I think President can say it for himself. We do apologize, and as we do always. Thank you.
Some of the dates they mentioned, sometimes we give a date, tapi kita tak penuhi. The reason why that happens is that because the money is coming from sponsors. So some of these sponsors, they tell us, okay, we give you the money next week. So we promise the players next week. Tiba-tiba the prospective sponsor tak bagi
portion.
or they give less than what we were expecting. So benda itulah yang berlaku. So it's not a question of kita ni ada duit tapi kita tak bayar. What comes in drips and drabs, what we get, we pay. Yes, and the whole team, sometimes we have to pay Group A first. Then when money comes in, we pay Group B. Then more money comes in, then we pay Group C. So this is the financial management that we have to do because the money bukan masuk selonggo. Pasal is coming from various sources dan which are not coordinated. Ninja van baru bagi, kita dapat hari semalam, hari ni mungkin clear. We get from UBB today maybe a bit more tambahan. We get from a few other smaller companies, 50,000. Last week dapat from 3 companies, 50,000. So duit yang ada kita bayar. Yang mana yang gaji yang kita boleh settle, kita settle dulu. Yang mana yang kita tak boleh, kita kata tunggu sekejap. Tapi definitely kita janjikan kita akan settle before the finals, before the semi-final, before tomorrow night. Dan di antara cara yang kita lakukannya ialah dengan kita sendiri mengambil pinjaman untuk kita nak cover as a bridging loan. So this is on our personal capacity, pasal we are committed to seeing KL City perform and be successful. Kita yakin bahawa kalau kita teruskan, the investor yang we are discussing with will come in, and we are sure that this is going to be our third time lucky lah, insyaAllah, third time lucky. And once we get that, insyaAllah our problems ni will be solved. Finally, ada jugalah some assets that we are negotiating for the sale for the assets. So tu yang menyebabkan kita ni pun yakin bahawa kita ambil loan sekalipun, our loans will be paid up once the sale of the assets, KLFA punya asset is finalized and money is received.